Now let's talk about the other essential tool when working with JavaScript, that is your web browser. We're going to be talking about the intersection between browsers and their various web consoles. That is, the tools that help you see what's happening with JavaScript and other web technologies on the pages. So the first thing that I want to say is that for now, you should just pick one. I'm going to give you several options, but really any web browser that you're using right now probably has some tools built in, and you can just use whatever you're comfortable with. So here are some of the options. In this course, I'm generally going to be using Google Chrome. It has what are called developer tools built in. There's also a developer version of Chrome, which is called Chrome Canary. If you get really interested in JavaScript and want to keep up with the very latest features or see what's coming down the pipeline for future releases of Chrome in terms of its developer tools, you can get a hold of Chrome Canary and see what's coming. But generally speaking, for everyday work, Chrome is great. If you like Firefox, it does have a built-in web inspector now, but generally speaking, if you're doing any kind of serious work, you're going to want to get the add-on Firebug. For Safari, you have the web inspector, which is built in but has to be separately enabled, and we'll go over that. Like Chrome Canary, there's also a developer version of Safari called WebKit, and you can get nightly downloads of that if you just go into any search engine and type in WebKit Nightly. That will take you where you need to go. If, and my heart goes out to you if this is true, if you're a user of Internet Explorer, it also has developer tools built in called the F12 development tools, so named because you hit F12 on your keyboard to bring them up. Those are built in. So these are the various options that you have. Let's take a quick look at the ones that are available for this Mac that I'm using, and you can see how to turn on the ones that need a little separate help. So we'll start here in Chrome, and it's real easy. Up here in the View menu, I just go to Developer, and I can show the developer tools. So I have these blown up nice and big so you can see them easily. But normally this is going to be a little more reasonably sized, shall we say. Down here in the lower left, there's a button that lets you undock this into a separate area. And you'll see a lot of this while we're working with Chrome in this course. Here in Safari, the tools are again built in, but you need to turn them on. So what we need to do is go into the Safari Preferences, and then here in the Advanced tab, I have Show Develop menu in Menu Bar. So if I check that, I suddenly have this new menu up here. I'll close the preferences, and now I can just go to Show Web Inspector. The newer versions of Safari, I think around 5.1 or maybe 6 and later, use this Xcode style layout. The underlying engine is the same one as built into Chrome, but the user interface is a little different. This tab with the little speech bubble there is your JavaScript log, and your JavaScript console is down here. Here in Firefox, in the Tools menu under Web Developer, there is the built-in inspector here. So this will let you inspect web pages and whatnot. There's also a built-in console right down here. But as I mentioned, if you want to get serious with Firefox, you really want Firebug. And so to get that, you would go to the add-ons in the Tools menu. You can just search add-ons for Firebug and install it. Now that I've installed Firebug, I can go up into the Tools menu, and under Web Developer, along with the other inspectors that are built in, I have Firebug here, which I can open. And now I have the JavaScript console, which I would need to enable, and that's how that works. As I said, we're going to be using Chrome in this course, so if you want to follow my examples exactly, you can use Chrome. But everything that you see will be doable in any of these tools.